Today's the third week of our Lutheridge75 emphasis. Next week will be Commitment Sunday, when we all figure out what gifts we could bring to this campaign over the next 3 years. There'll be a special email going out tomorrow that have a copy of the commitment cards. I think I moved mine. But those will be here next Sunday as well, to think about what gifts or pledges or commitments of regular giving you'd like to give over the next 3 years. And I believe we have Jan sharing a little bit about Lutheridge this morning. Thank you, Jan.
Good morning. Thank you.
Get out of your way.
So everything I had written down totally changed for early service, because I spoke about Lutheridge at the end of service. So y'all are going to get a little sneak preview here to what's going on in second service. When we say compassionate God in our confession, call us back to you. Your yoke is easy and your burden is light. So during confession this morning, I went, that's Lutheridge. When you go through the entrance to Lutheridge, immediately I feel that my burdens are lighter. It is such a special place for a lot of people, particularly me. It isn't all about children. It is great for adults and community, where we can spend time together. Laura's here. We've had handbell workshops at Lutheridge, where we get an opportunity to be more in community together and learn more about my handbell players, other than us just practicing for an hour on Tuesday nights. I have been able to experience Lutheridge through our children and our youth at confirmation camps and other camps, to witness a youth who was afraid to go to camp. So I went with her, so she didn't feel like there wasn't anyone there she knew. And when we left and we got back to church, the first thing she said was, I can't wait to tell Pastor Eric that I'm ready to go back to camp again. It was a wonderful experience. We were there just a month or so ago, and our kids had the opportunity to put their feet on the brand new basketball and pickleball court. So that was exciting for us to be able to break in the court. I was able to witness people putting together playground equipment. And when I watched some of the videos on the website from grandparents' camp 2 weeks ago, I went, oh my gosh, there's the equipment. I talked to those people who gave their time and put together equipment that small children played on. They got to experience that as part of camp. So I immediately felt my burdens lighten. So many great experiences can be there. And being a part of it, no matter what your age is, there is opportunity there for you to experience and open your heart and lighten the load. In today's gospel, Pastor Laura read about the eyes on the sparrow, and God watches the sparrow. And when you go there, God's watching you. He is over you, and you can feel it and experience it more, sometimes more than any other times, because I've let all this worldly stuff, I've pushed it aside, where I can be open to what God is wanting me to do and experience. I actually looked this up just to make sure I had the timeline right, but it has been 10 years since we had an issue with Lutheridge. If you remember, Duke Power wanted to run a power line, and their proposed site was right through the middle of Lutheridge, right over where the old swimming pool used to be. And we had a huge campaign here. And I wrote a personal letter, like many people did. And I actually looked back and Googled at some of the newspaper articles, and the article said, God's people won. God won. God won, and his army of people won. And there is no power line going through the middle of Lutheridge. That sacred place was worth the battle of that, and it continues. We need a little better housing. We need some new equipment. It just needs to be updated and kept just like we do our homes. And that's what this campaign is about. I looked in today's handout and I'm like, man, I can do this. I can do $5, I can do $10, I can do $75. And I was reminded of my old boss many years ago, who was a financial planner. And he said, Jan, do you have $1? I went, yes, sir, I do. He said, do something with it. Set it aside. Watch it grow. It will multiply. Don't miss the experience of watching it grow. And all of that came back to me when I read the pamphlet for today. Our prayers and our time and our dollars. I can give up a 6-pack of Diet Coke for a week. It's not going to kill me. But $1, watch it multiply. And this whole campaign of protecting this sacred place, don't miss the opportunity to watch it grow. Thanks be to God for such a place like Lutheridge that we can experience.
Thank you. Amen. I appreciate the math. I was just doing it in my head, like, yeah, I can let go of $1 a day on stuff I waste on other things, and that's like $360 for the year, and over 3 years, that makes such a huge difference. So this camp is a true blessing.